Here we are on Property Monitor platform, and this platform, as I mentioned, available only for real estate professionals and only those companies who decided to provide it to the agents and valuators going to be able to have all of this market insights firsthand. But even if you don't have it, that's why I'm here recording the report for you. It's 31st of January. It's a good start of 2025. And without further delay, let's jump into the map. So here you can see the heat map of all Dubai. I shifted the narrative into the number of transactions which are happening in January, still probably something going to be closed today. Why I want to start at this point. We have been on the rise of the prices for quite some time. To be precise, it's a 5th year, and we all know that through the cyclical nature of real estate market or any market altogether, the cycle goes from 5 to 7 years. So the crucial question is, will the prices in Dubai going to still increase, or that's going to be a correction and we're going to be entering the buyers market slowly after being in the sellers markets when the prices were going up, triggered by the quantity of buyers which were higher than the quantity of sellers. And from the simple perspective that we have here available for us in Dubai real estate market, unlikely other markets, again, we have only a couple of indicators. First of all is the number of transactions. And second of all is, of course, the price. It can be median price per square foot altogether, or we can look at the price in certain assets and kind of try to understand in those locations and those buildings how the pricings are behaving. In mature markets like US, UK, you will find an interesting indicator, which is days on market, where we can track how long it takes for the property, which is well priced, to be sold, which gives us again another indication how many buyers and active buyers are currently on the market. Unfortunately, in Dubai, it's useless to even track it because a lot of sellers are just wondering, just touching the waters and trying to understand, will I be able to get this unrealistic price for my apartment or not? On mature markets, we're going to get there. So let's look at the number of transactions and why it's so important. And I've been supervising that from October 2024. So you can see certain areas like Dubai Marina, now Jumeirah Lake Towers joined the list. Dubai Hills being here since October, November. Mohammed bin Rashid City, such a highly transacted area. Downtown, Business Bay, all of these nice flashy areas. What about Jumeirah Village Circle? Someone was considering this as like their top investment opportunity because there is so many new developments and there is so many people are trying to rent and buy. However, the reality is that the quantity of transactions is going down consistently already for a couple of months. And let me ask you this, because I'm not here to tell you how to read the market. I'm here to put the seeds in your brain so you will start seeing the interconnected things yourself, right? This is how the sales training and coaching works. So if the sellers are on the market for the longer period of time, what they will start eventually doing, or they either leave the market because they're not actually interested to sell, or they're going to start to drop the prices. That means that if one will drop the prices, the other sellers will potentially look at what's going on and going to start to drop prices down till the point where the buyers will finally indicate that this is the price which I'm interested to pay for this property, and they're going to jump in and, driven by the fear of missing out, purchase the property. And if not, the same has happened in 2015 when it was prices were going a little bit down, correcting, coming a little bit up, going a little bit down, and it felt for all of the sellers like, yeah, that's going to be another rise. Let me wait. I've been doing the cold calls, trying to get my listings, and I heard so many. Oh no, the price is going to go up. It's just market is just still going to be interested to pay me XYZ amount of money. And guess what happened? We were in the downfall from 2015 up till 2020, realistically. So if the quantity of deals, and you can see the red ones, it's been a drastic shift, so it's in a red zone, are going down, and this is the most transacting areas, right? Let's be realistic. In Al Quoz, there is one area, so one deal which been transacting. Al Basha is not a freehold area as well, 11 deals. Sakir, Al Sufuk, sorry, 14 deals. So look at this greenery, which is like, oh, the deals are going up. It's irrelevant because we are transacting exactly in the areas, majority of us, where we have this red light. You can see Emirates Living overall, Jumeirah Park, Jumeirah Island, but look at the numbers of deals. 9, 16, yeah, potentially. For those areas to get the transaction and traction, it takes a lot of time to find the buyer, to analyze the deal, and then to find a transaction. So we're looking at something like Mohammed bin Rashid City, 218 deals. Okay, that's a good indicator. Business Bay, 580 deals. That's a good indicator. Downtown, 275. And I'm going to show you how in the same tool to compare different months altogether. So circling it down to the main point. The longer the number of transactions will stay the same even, or go down, the higher predictions that this is finally the beginning of the new correction. Then we are entering the balanced market, at least, where the quantity of buyers will be equal to a quantity of sellers, where it's going to be a little bit easier for you to get the listing. People are going to be more agreeable on the price reductions because they understand if they're not going to sell now, potentially in the future, the other offer will come lower. Okay, so let me jump into the next slide. Boom. And I decided, okay, let me reappear here. Hello. I decided to look at Dubai Hills area because I have several private coaching clients who are working with me and they are transacting in these areas. And let's look at let me click one more time so it's going to get refreshed. And I will show you, of course, first of all, that's my favorite summary, which is an amazing tool to have. You can see this is a graph from 2020 to 2024, which is the main era of transacting in Dubai Hills. Before it was mainly off-plan deals, which is irrelevant for us as sold by the developer. So now, if we look at the active listings, boom, boom, yeah, and transfer sales, we are having that the active listings now with the price are matching to the transfer sales. But let me ask you this. The sale which is transferred now, when this deal actually been done, that's correct. Probably 1 or 2 months beforehand, right? And if you will look at the other areas, and I will be more than happy to do that for you, you will see that usually the difference between the listing price and the actual transaction price will be around 10 to 15%. Now, let's remove the active listing and let's get the valuations. So the valuation is basically what, when we're having a mortgage deal, the bank is coming to evaluate the property, and usually in Dubai, the bank, specifically in this market, they will give you a less price than the actual seller wants to get. In UK, you would tell me, Olga, how then the deal is possible to happen? Then the seller have to come down to the price of valuation of the bank? No, in Dubai it doesn't work that way. In Dubai, we do understand that the price of the property is not as per bank. The price of the property is as per someone is interested to pay it. So now we can see that we have valuations almost coming up to the price of the transferred sales, right? That can mean both. That means that the sellers are as well more agreeable towards their price, and if potentially the valuation coming a little bit higher, then still are okay to renegotiate and get less for themselves. It's a very important indicator for you to understand how even to communicate with a potential seller the probability of what can happen with the mortgage buyer, taking in consideration the recent change in mortgage fees coverage. So now all of the additional fees, which is property transfer registration, which is broker fee, will not be anymore covered by the mortgage. So you have to get another 6 or 7, depending, percent from your own pocket to pay for that. Cool. So now let's go downstairs. Let's go. I want us to go into apartment, because apartment are more something which is relevant, as we have a lot of deals are happening with the apartment segment due to the price, which is more affordable, of course, and we still have a bigger void for villas and townhouses. So I believe the villas and townhouses is going to entertain the higher prices a little bit longer than apartments. So let's forget about all of these nice graphs and prices, or how much per square foot, which is realistically irrelevant, because one apartment could be with a fantastic upgrade and you will never know that because it's not reflected here. Here, all of the sales deals are combined and divided into the number of the sales deals, so pretty rough data. But what we can look at is the number of transactions. And we can see the transferred sales of apartments, 72 in January. Off-plan transaction is 188, which is higher. So this is the initial sale from the developer. If we look at December, it's 83, right? 72, 83, 70, 74, 72. It's 41. I don't know why it's showing as 41 in August, but I know I double check it in July, it was 80 something. So you can see there is no increase in number of transactions. There is like a noticeable decrease in number of transactions. And the off-plan is still dominating the market, which is obvious because it's now easier to buy off-plan in terms of putting your money to work. As you can see, potentially that you can get more money for that. But for me, it's very questionable. Let's jump into the next slide. And the next slide is here. Okay, let me reappear here for you. Can I make myself bigger? Yeah, I'm already the biggest. So this is like overall view over the Dubai. I know, I want to make it bigger for you. Is it possible? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, but I'm disappearing. Hello? Can it appear again? Okay, I have to make myself lower. Will I appear? Yes. Okay, guys. I hope you don't mind for me to move you, because for some reason, I think it's so fun to look at me. Okay, so these are the areas of Dubai, and we're looking at the numbers of transactions. And you can see as well that Jumeirah Village Circle and Damac Hills too, and the Valley, which is a villa community, the one who are dominating the market. Now, let's look at, as a new agent, for example, or someone who is trying to understand where to focus, what should I do? It's always useful to look at the, not the build-up mix, the sales price mix. So which segment do I want to put myself into? We are looking at the 18% of the sector where the property price is between 1 million and 1.5, 2.3 million 2/3 million is 20%. So that's a good sector to be. 13% only between 1.5 to 2. And then we're going into a reasonably slower mix, but believe me, there is a lot of competition there, 12.7% between 500 and 750. And the good chunk, which is still a good chunk for 14%, is happening between 3 to 5 million. So I would say if I were a new real estate agent, just trying to understand where to focus, I will look at the property prices and what can give me this range. So now let's look at the price per square foot. I usually consider that in Dubai specifically, the price per square foot, when we're talking about residential, is literally irrelevant. But you can still look at it just to understand where the highest transactions are happening. However, the good look you should take at the bedroom mix. One bedroom are going to be still dominating, which is interesting, right? Because usually you would expect it to be studio, and it used to be studio for a long time. But still now we have one bedroom. Two bedroom are almost the same, well, kind of 10% less, with a good mix of 2,627 transactions. You have to understand that one bedroom and studios are an investment product most of the time. And if we're talking about the end users, it's a family with a kid, or someone who wants to start a family and already planning into that. So this segment compare with, let's get here, with 3 to 5 million, if we're talking about the apartments, is a good mix. Did I change it to apartments overall? No, I didn't. So let's do that and look how it will change. Yeah, now, because previously we had an all over Dubai with villas and townhouses, now we can see Jumeirah Village Circle is still dominating, then Business Bay, Dubai Marina. So those are the areas where the people are buying the most. From 500 to 1,000 square feet, which is a one bedroom and studios in this mix as well. The highest goes through same 1 to 1.5 million. 17, and let's see, what's my favorite one? What is my favorite mix? 2 to 3 million. 3 to 5 million. It's 8%. So now you understand. If I want to have more, shouldn't I be focusing on villas and townhouses? Damac Hills too, the highest transaction, first of all, because the area is almost completed. There is a lot of resale, and there is still some units available from the developer. Villanova as well, a good place to start your sales journey as a secondary market agent, because in Villanova you will be able to still sell something which is an off-plan resale, or I believe they're going to do some launches there. But there are units that you can show right now to your potential clients which are ready. Damac Sun City, which is like a small percentage. But Damac Hills, because of its affordability as well, is something that is trending. Okay, so 3.5 million and 2.3 million. It's a good chunk. Definitely going to get your good deal over there. Number of transactions for 4-bed dominating. I wouldn't say it's just because of what the people prefer. It's just because of the availability of the stock. This is what developers are building. They're building quite a smaller rooms to make it look like 4-bedroom. Okay, what else I wanted to show you here? Villas, townhouses. Its overall view. Total sales per bedroom, not much relevant. This is just in January, but we can look at it. If total sales per bedroom, it's a one bedroom, 17 transactions. That's something really, sometimes this property monitor is giving me a bit of deal. Anyway, to cut the long story short, my favorite is the market analysis report. That's definitely what you should be using consistently. Hello, that's me. Consistently your work. We can look at we haven't done that December one yet. But what you can do from this report is definitely look through the numbers, get some interesting ideas, refresh it through ChatGPT and put it into your posts. Love this graph, gives you a clear understanding of the overall market since 2008, when the data had started to be properly collected up till this point. So we are again an all-time high. That's going to give you a great indication for the future for yourself and for potential clients who are still, let's say, looking, should I get into the buy market or should I not? How can I understand the market? That's a beautiful document for you to work on, make it less professional and make it more usable. So rather than that, the coffee was tasty. I hope I didn't bore you to death. See you in the next one.